I am Dr. Yakin Abdullah Habeeb, the author of the book It's Time for the Black Man's Revolution: How to Save Nigeria Now for Future Nigerians. In the second episode, I presented a brief of chapter 2 of the book, setting out how selfish barons are running and making decisions. I now give a brief of chapter 3 of the book titled Money-Centered Politics and Poor Political Orientation. Educated and confident people can always bring about changes, but that is difficult for the uneducated because they lack confidence. Nelson Mandela was said to have said, "The poor and uneducated people can also bring about change, but it will be hijacked by the educated and the wealthy." How do we relate the above to Nigeria? Nigeria is no doubt blessed with brains and minds and intellect, such that the nation is unambiguously an ocean of intellectual property in all aspects of human life, excelling and championing knowledge, productivity, drive, and innovation in every corner of the globe. Nigerians are said to be the most educated in the United States of America. Yet, a write-up describes Nigeria as smartest people, mediocre nation. Examples abound of the excellent brains Nigerians are made of. Just to mention a few of them, Isaiah Audu collected all prizes at St. Mary's University Medical School, London. Iya Abubakar, a highly talented Cambridge University mathematician, became a professor at the age of 28 and was a notable consultant to NASA. Renowned mathematician Chikeobi solved Fermat's 200-year-old conjecture with pencil and paper, while the Cambridge mathematician John Wills achieved the same with the help of a computer working for over a decade. The Mafidons was voted the smartest family in Britain in the year 2015. Jelani Aliyu is known to have designed the first electronic car for American automobile giants, the General Motors. Winston Soboyejo earned a Cambridge doctorate degree at just at 23. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, the intellectuals are not generally involved in leadership or in politics. One may then ask, why this phenomenon? We found out that to the intellectuals, politics is a dirty game, and so he has no interest in it. He even takes pride in saying that he is not a politician. To him, politicians are deceivers, uneducated, or half-educated, desperados, thugs, liars, cheats, and looters. While the above is the general perception of politicians, the genuine struggle for influence, leadership, and control of public affairs cannot be said to be dirty game. Our perception about politics can be changed if we work on our orientation away from seeing politics as mere struggle for power or a means of livelihood for a people who have nothing more notable to do, which has now turned politics into a lucrative business, more lucrative than any other known careers and businesses. We should see politics as being about the welfare of the individuals, survival and flourishing of the society, nation building and economic well-being of all, about public health, safety and security, and service to humanity. In this way, politicians should be those who compete for the control for state over state apparatus in order to implement their own ideas of how to achieve these political objectives. The erroneous view of politics highlighted earlier can be corrected if the intellectuals agree to enter the game with the right perspective and proper orientation. A pertinent question is, how can the intellectual live their entire lives in the hands of those they describe as undeserving people? As the saying goes, all that is needed for evil to thrive is for good men to do nothing. Not being interested in politics is not being interested in one's life. Not being interested in politics is not being interested in one's life. And this, I think, is critical because politicians determine everything in our lives. It must be noted, however, that the fears of the intelligentsia include but are not limited to all forms of violence and thuggery, bribery and subversion, godfatherism and cultism, as well as other forms of aberrations. It is our belief, however, that no challenge is insurmountable in the face of willpower and collective determination and persistent efforts. It is instructive to note that the greatest impediment holding back people that are more deserving from politics is not just the common political orientation of Nigerians, but much more excruciating is the money-centered political process of Nigeria. Cause of seeking political position include expression of interest, which run to several millions, buying the delegates at primaries, campaign costs of billboards, posters, branded vehicles, electronic and print advertisement, crowd buying, securing favor from the security architecture, and even sometimes, maybe, the officials of election umpire. Buying individual voters at the polling units at the general election. And of recent, seriously, court cases. Unbelievable cost is also associated for even seeking political appointment from the executive arm of government. The truth today is that political offices in Nigeria is up for sale to the highest bidders. But we should ask, who should govern a country, a state, or even a local government? Who should be making laws? Of course, the answer is very apparent. It will be those who have led desirably good and law-abiding life and have the reputation of requisite knowledge and background experience. The big question, however, is who can afford a minimum of, say, about 5 billion naira to seek the position of a governor of a state, even at the peak of his careers, if he has not stolen? Who can save this amount of money in 35 years of service? Now, do we expect from this governor, when he or she gets into office, what do we expect of him? The reality is that if a noble-minded, knowledgeable, and experienced man wishes to contest, and a street ragamuffin also intends to, so long as the former doesn't have the money and the latter has it, through whatever means he may get it, the street brat becomes the governor. After which he may come back to use his office to persecute the nobleman. What is the expected lot of a society whose criteria for leadership is money, except movement from bad to worst? And what is the fate of a country whose political process is as characterized above except that it will fail. In the next episode, I will present chapter 4 of the book on public awareness and political accountability. You can obtain a copy of this book from bookshop around you, or you click the link below to obtain a copy from Amazon or Smart Words. Thank you.